Yeah, what's up, 18s? We're gonna be reacting to what nobody understands about Ken of SB19. You remember reacted to facts about him, and people said there's a more detailed. There's another video that shows a lot about him. So yeah, we're gonna be reacting to what nobody understands about Ken of SB19. Shout out to Casual Chalk for the video compilation. So yeah, we're gonna be.
You talk too much.
So because it's Ken now, I'm talking too much, huh?
Yes.
Because it's Ken now, I'm talking too much, huh?
I already started to watch, but no, you're talking too much.
You guys see what I'm saying, right? You guys see what I'm saying, right? Let's get into the video.
Thanks.
No, toos, not thanks.
Oh my god.
This is from Palayo.
I know.
What? Oh my god, you've seen this before.
I understand about
You know what spoiled this?
No.
Spoiled, like, I don't know. Someone who enjoys most of the things.
Enjoys?
Like someone who gets most attention. Like when they say a child is spoiled, he gets so much attention from his parents more than the other. Something like that. Like when he wants something, they give him. Like someone like. Who is it? Who makes mistake? Seriously, it's Ken?
Stop it.
Ken is, in my opinion, the most successful idol in P-pop history. Most
Wait, is there subtitle?
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
We know.
fans see him as someone who's living the life most of us can only dream of. But in reality, there's a lot more going on behind all the glitz and glamour. So in today's video, we will reveal the challenges he had to go through just to get where he is today. From being a scrawny kid who only ate instant noodles on his birthdays, to becoming the CEO of his own company. I know, Ken's story is like a definition of rags to riches. And the haters are not having it. He quickly became one of the most polarizing figures in the P-pop industry. But before we talk about all that, let's talk about his humble beginnings because it's straight up inspiring.
What video is that?
Oh my god.
Guys, what performance is
It
that?
all started in Pagadian, Zamboanga del Sur. This is the countryside where Felip Johnson was raised. His mom wanted to name him Kenji, but his grandpa Felipe insisted to name him Philip. He was the youngest member of a family that barely had anything financially.
Oh my god.
They were very poor that instead of a cake on his birthday, all he gets is a plate of instant noodles. Life was so hard that having fried chicken was heaven for him, so it quickly became his all-time favorite. Because of this,
that's why it's a lot of
his parents had to go overseas to find better paying jobs to support the education of Ken and his older sister. He had to be taken under the care of his grandparents. He then grew up in a church and his grandpa was the pastor.
Since the childhood he already had a style.
It's
an artist.
Oh, like this?
Yeah.
He then grew up in a church and his grandpa was the pastor. He was just a scrawny kid who likes mathematics and discovered drawing as his first talent. So he went on to become an editorial cartoonist in school. Family gatherings in the Philippines always require a karaoke machine.
Yeah,
and Ken's extended family wasn't a stranger to that. He used to hide during these occasions because he was always asked to sing. I was told by some sources that Ken had a very good singing voice as a kid, but lost his confidence when puberty hit because it gave him an ultra deep voice, which turned out to become one of his greatest assets in the future.
Yeah, his voice is why some people are.
May mga tao talaga makapag-appreciate ng voice ko. Kasi
oh my god,
confident sa voice ko kasi yung range ko mababa lang tapos malalim yung boses ko. Ngayon parang naging na-appreciate ko na yung boses ko dahil
shout out to Pablo.
Anyway, his newfound love for music got him to learn his first musical instrument without anyone teaching him.
Wow.
So he ended up becoming a southpaw guitarist, but later fixed it as he learned more. He was also active in sports, representing his school in regional tournaments. He played some table tennis and sepak takraw as a spiker. For those who don't know, this position requires exceptional skills to perform explosive jumps to block and spike the ball. The teacher saw this as a potential that can translate into good dancing, so he was offered to join the dance club for better grades. He was hesitant at first, but when he tried, You all know what happened next. Watching his early clips feels like he was born to dance. He was even
Wait, that was
hired by his school to choreograph some dance routines. He then moved to Cagayan de Oro to study architecture in college.
Oh
He
my
became a
gosh.
member of the dance crews called Excite, GA7, and Amigo 7. These last two crews were so good, in fact, Ken
so
had a
young.
crewmate named Joshua who went on to become a member of a successful international
Oh!
idol group in the
Wait,
future.
Ken and Josh, they met.
Who went on to
Who's
become a
Josh?
Josh, the one of the guys from the SB19.
member of a successful
The one with the thick
international
eyebrow.
idol group in the future called Z-Boys. They were beating everybody in the countryside, so there was no point in competing there anymore.
Wow.
It was time for the big leagues. They got invited to join major K-pop dance competitions, and this was the first time when Ken met other SB19 group
Yeah.
members. Not as brothers, but as enemies.
Oh
In
wow.
one particular contest, Josh and Stel's crew defeated Ken's because they already had a GOAT status in the industry at the time. Ken accepted defeat gracefully and even asked to be trained by Josh, which actually surprised him because he thought Ken was a show-off.
Kinausap niya po ako eh. Sabi niya sa akin, Idol Josh, gano'n po tawag niya sa akin, Idol Josh. Pasali naman ako sa ano nyo. Patraining naman ako sa grupo nyo. Kahit sa gilid lang ako.
But because of their distance, the training together never happened.
Wow.
Ken then went home to continue his studies. Fast forward to 2017, he received a message from Josh.
Wow.
It was an invite to audition for the 5th member spot of SB19. But there's one problem. Ken had no money, so Josh was like, no problem, I'll take care of it. Ken then told his grandma about stopping school to pursue it, and she was very hesitant because she thought it was a scam, and his parents overseas would have automatically said no. But Ken was so close to his grandma that he managed to convince her to go in secret. So our country boy took off to pursue his dreams.
Aw.
He had nothing with him except his phone, his clothes, and a 1,500 peso pocket money. This time when he arrived at the airport, there was no crew. It was all him. So imagine how that must have felt.
I thought they lied.
Anyway, he took a taxi to SBT Talent Camp, and of course, the drivers scammed him. He had to pay 600 pesos for a supposedly 150 peso trip. What a
Oh.
ripoff. Anyway, he finally met Josh and the boys and started training with them for a year while crashing into a distant relative's house to rest out. He slept on the floor, not with a comforter, but a banig. Because if he didn't, he would be homeless. Ken had no salary when he was still training, so he moonlighted as a small-time model to survive.
Wow.
Which is an experience that would play a big role in his
Bro, this
future.
guy has done
The
everything.
dude was literally fighting for his dreams every single day. So here comes 2018, when they finally debuted, and though it was a rocky start, they gradually progressed to become the greatest P-pop group God has ever created. If you want to know more about their story as a group, check out the SB19 story series I made.
Oh, wow.
Linked down in the description. You can also join the highest tier of our channel's membership if you're interested to be credited as one of the executive producers. So how did Ken become the most polarizing P-pop idol? Like, how is he either obsessively loved by fans or obsessively hated by bashers?
Felip Bulan is complete ripoff of Lazy. What?
He has this persona of a badass dude who doesn't give a shit. And if you combine that with one of the many accusations thrown at him, then they got themselves a new P-pop villain in the making. But there's one thing in common between all those issues. They lack evidence. There are a few exceptions though, but you can't say a person is arrogant just because he looks cool and badass. The
Okay, wait,
reason
people
was-
just people say he's like proud or what? Just because he doesn't like talk so much? I mean, I've heard a lot about that as well.
He tends to cry in interviews and emotional moments. His awkwardness as a kid is still there, and this TikTok clip says it all.
Me and you and you and me, just us and your friend Steve. Do Steve. Do Steve.
That's why I like it.
Do Steve. Do Steve. Do Steve.
What's he doing?
Steve.
Also, you can't just call a person lazy just because you've seen a few clips of him sleeping. I mean, isn't it a result of him working too hard? Being an idol and running your own clothing company at the same time is no joke. The dude only used to draw this aspiration, but now he made it happen. He managed to build a company that sold out merch in just minutes. It's insane.
Oh wow.
It's even rumored that his company is now worth more than $1 million. Whether it's true or not, it put an even bigger target on his back. And haters started coming up with even more ridiculous claims, like accusing him of copying 2 K-pop music videos just because they have a similar vibe. This was easily debunked though. If you want to check it out, I made a video about it. Link down in the description. His main dancer position got also heavily criticized because of one single clip of him messing up on live TV. It was unfair in my opinion because Ken has always been consistent in his dance performances, yet the haters suddenly forgot about how good he really is. Ken never fired back. Or did he?
Bro, his voice.
So why does the poultry still exist and are still growing in numbers after all the bashing? Well, it's
You know what
because it
poultry
doesn't
means?
only
It's like sorry.
still exist.
Why does the poultry? Yes, poultry is like the fan base of people who love Ken. So if you read the comments, that's what they say. Like, welcome
are
to the
still
poultry.
growing in numbers after all the bashing? Well, it's because it doesn't only have the alluring personality, but he also has the capability to back it up. Scratch that. Capabilities. What's crazy about Ken is that he has already shown us enough talent, like his exceptional dancing and singing,
Ooh.
that is enough to fulfill
I
the
watched
main
this.
vocal role.
Okay, just listen to his voice.
I'm listening. Oh, okay.
Yet he still has a lot of
Hey.
secrets. I'm telling you, man, this guy is a living anime character.
Anime character, seriously?
Hey, okay.
Have you heard of an idol who is also a CEO? A dancer who is known for his aerial flips but never tells us that he can also breakdance.
He can break dance.
A singer who writes and co-produces his own songs. A musician that plays guitar, keyboard, drums, and can even
Oh.
beatbox. A fashion influencer. A man who plays sports like basketball, billiards, volleyball, badminton, table tennis, boxing, and sepak takraw with decent proficiency. A skater boy. An artist.
What
a
the fuck?
philanthropist, and most especially, a man of faith. I initially thought that the Superior Sound brand was all about him, but I was quickly proven wrong when I found this Bible verse underneath his Bulan CD. Hebrews 1, 5-14.
Oh,
The entire passage is lengthy, but it all boils down to Christ being the superior of all beings. I mean, all of us have different religions. Some don't even have one. But I just respect people like him who stand firm behind their beliefs. As of today, Ken has established himself as an arguably the most successful P-pop idol and the richest among his co-members.
oh wow.
And it's just the beginning. They're still on their way to introducing Filipino music to the world through the US as of the making
Yeah,
of
this was my
video.
performance in US.
And his group SB19 is the first one to ever do it. So what did we learn about Ken's story?
That's
For
very,
me,
very nice,
it was his
you know?
persistence and willingness to take risks. Have you ever noticed that sometimes it's your loved ones that said no to your aspirations? Because, they care about you. They don't want you to fail and all that. Do you know how many people have had visions, ideas, and huge career moves that they were about to do, but they allowed the word no to stop them? For all I know, you might be one of those people. The difference with Ken is that he never gave the power to the word no. It was his own grandma who tried to stop him, but he continued. Yes, haters exist, but he didn't reject his own ideas just because they rejected his ideas. Haters hate because they feel small when your ideas start turning into reality. He once said in an interview that success is the best revenge, so he stopped killing them with kindness. To this day, Ken has been torturing them with success.
Oh, that That's all.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
I started to love Ken more than before because his career he did it by himself,
Yeah, it was
like without any help.
fair.
He tried to himself. Wow, and he's so talented.
I can't even deny he is very, very talented. No cap.
Wow.
It's actually good to watch success stories like this. You know, how they came from from the bottom to the top. It gives you the motivation that
Yeah.
even I can do this. You know, if I work hard enough. That's good to know, man. Shout out to the person that suggested this video.
Oh my god.
Don't cry. If you cry, I'm gonna cry too. No, I'm not gonna cry. Okay. What nobody understands about Ken of SB19. Tell us more things you want us to see of SB19. Tell us more things, and until we see you next time, guys.